Welcome back to Jammin' Sports, everybody, for the third and final game of our triple header here this evening. As we continue with the final week of the regular season, it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals and the Philadelphia Eagles. Because the Buffalo Bills lost earlier to the Raiders, that opens the door for Cincinnati. All the Bengals have to do is win this game, and they're in the playoffs. They'd be the number 6 seed in the playoffs. They'd be locked into number 6. And for Philadelphia, it's a bit complicated for them. If they win, they'd be 8-8. But in order for them to make the playoffs, actually they can't. They've been, actually because of the Minnesota win earlier, Philadelphia is now out of the playoff race. So they've been eliminated. And if the Bengals were to lose this game, it will open the door for Baltimore and Denver. Okay? But if the Bengals win, the Ravens, Broncos, and Bills would all be eliminated from the playoffs. So there's a lot at stake here for Cincinnati. The Buffalo loss opened the door for the Bengals. Let's see if they can capitalize on that and make TMG happy. Evil Dead is 120-76, 44 games over 500. He's just on a tear. I bet you he gets to 50 before the regular season's over. We'll see. We'll see. He doesn't have far to go. All right, if you're watching on YouTube, please follow, like, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Let's head out to the city of brotherly love, where they actually booed Santa Claus one time, here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome into Lincoln Financial Field, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It's the Bengals and the Eagles. And welcome in to another NFL matchup here at Jammin' Sports. For the Bengals, it's simple. Win and they're in. For Philadelphia, they're just playing out the schedule. They can be spoilers here. On an overcast day in Philadelphia. And it looks like Cincinnati will get the ball first as Philadelphia will kick off. We're underway from the Link. From the 4-yard line on the return. Evil Dead's got Cincy in this one. On the return is Corey Tyler out to the 29-yard line. So Evil Dead's got Cincinnati in this one. The Bills gave the Bengals new life, led by Max Johnson. That's Grando's favorite quarterback right there, Maximum Johnson, the rookie out of North Carolina. Can the Bengals capitalize on the Bills' loss and sneak into the playoffs? It would eliminate Buffalo, Baltimore, and Denver if the Bengals win here today. 5 wide on 1st and 10. Johnson in the shotgun from the 29-yard line. Johnson draws back. Johnson looking, throws deep on the first play of the game. Bouncing in the air, incomplete. Looking for Granger down the sideline, broken up by Cedric Joseph, the rookie safety out of Florida. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 29-yard line. They were looking for Eric Granger down the sideline. 4 wide for the Bengals. On 2nd and 10, Johnson in the gun. Johnson looking, throws outside, and it's dropped by Nick Austin, the tight end, the 10th-year tight end out of Texas. It'll be 3rd and 10 for the Bengals at their own 29-yard line. 4 wide for Cincinnati. Johnson in the shotgun. Johnson looking. Johnson throws, and it's caught but out of bounds, incomplete. Corey Tyler caught it but out of bounds. Eli Hicks had the coverage, the 10th year defensive back out of Michigan. It'll be 4th and 10 from the 29-yard line. The Bengals go 3 and out. Jordan Finch back to punt. Gets the punt away. From about the 23-yard line on the return is Don Reese. No relation to Mario on the Patriots. And the Philadelphia quarterback, Caden Powell, comes out in his 6th year out of Kentucky. Eagles have been eliminated already from playoff contention by virtue of the Vikings win. And the Packers win also knocked Philadelphia out. 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. 3 backs in the backfield. Powell in the shotgun. Powell hands off to Lattimore. Marcus Lattimore up the middle. Lattimore finally caught from behind, or else he was gone. 26 yards. Finally tracked down by Kevin Wilson, the 6th year linebacker out of Maryland. 1st down, Philadelphia. Lattimore in his 3rd year out of Tulsa. 1st down, Philadelphia. Our final game today. This will be our 5th football game. We also did 4 hockey games today. 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. Powell hands off to Lattimore. And Lattimore out to the 37-yard line. A gain of 8. It'll be 2nd and 2. Philadelphia down to the Cincinnati 37-yard line. The Bengals had to punt on their opening drive. This is Philadelphia's opening drive. Powell in the shotgun on 2nd and 2. Powell hands off to Lattimore. And Lattimore, another big gain down to the 21-yard line. A gain of 16. Marcus Lattimore finally tackled by Marlowe Banks, the rookie out of Temple. Homecoming for him. 4 wide. Powell in the shotgun. 1st and 10. Powell to Lattimore. And Lattimore makes his way to the 18. A gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Nice opening drive so far for Philadelphia. It'll be 2nd and 7 from the Bengal 18-yard line. Powell in the shotgun on 2nd down. Powell to Lattimore. And Lattimore inside the 10, down to the 8-yard line. A gain of 10. 1st down, Eagles. Eagles just moving at will. The Bengals can't seem to stop them. Raven fans are going, go Philadelphia. 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. Powell in the shotgun. Powell and around to John Provost. And Provost playing his former team. Picks up 3 to the 5. It'll be 2nd and goal. John Provost in his 9th year out of Syracuse. He was on the Bengals before he was on the Ravens, before he was on Philadelphia. 2nd and goal from the 5. Powell in the shotgun. Going to take it himself. That doesn't work. A loss of 3 as Kevin Wilson, the linebacker, comes in and makes the tackle in his 6th year out of Maryland. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 8-yard line. 4:40 and counting. 4 wide for Philadelphia. Powell in the shotgun, 3rd and goal. Powell looking. Powell still looking. And he gets sacked. Back at the 14-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 6 yards. On the sack, number 95, that's Cedric Jordan in his 9th year out of Winston-Salem. And Philadelphia is going to have to settle for a field goal. Andy Bennett will come on. This will be from 31 yards to give Philadelphia the early lead. 4th and goal from the 14. This will actually be, well, we'll call it 31 yards. Kick is up, and it's good. Eagles lead it 3-0. 4:06 left to play here in the first quarter. Live from Lincoln Financial Field, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Week 16 here at Jammin' Sports. There is no tomorrow for Philadelphia. However, the Bengals can sneak in as a wild card. And they would play Pittsburgh in the wild card round. Pittsburgh is locked in as the number 3 seed. And now the kickoff from the 6-yard line on the return. This is Corey Tyler again, and Tyler out to the 32-yard line. And that's where Philadelphia will have it, 1st and 10. Max Johnson comes back out. Cincinnati will have it, 1st and 10. Eagles lead at 3-0. 4:01 left to play here in the first quarter. We'll have 3 games for you tomorrow night at 6 o'clock Eastern. We'll go over that schedule here in a second. 1st and 10. Johnson looking. Johnson rolls out. And Johnson takes off down the sideline and slides smartly at the 45-yard line. And that'll be a gain of 13 yards. First down, Cincinnati. Out to their own 45-yard line. The schedule for tomorrow, I will tell you right after this play. 1st and 10 from the 45. Johnson in the shotgun. Granger in motion. Johnson throws. Caught. Coming across. The tight end, Nick Austin, out to the 46-yard line. A gain of 9 to be 2nd and 1. All right, our schedule for tomorrow night. A triple header for you. It'll be Miami at Baltimore, Green Bay at Tampa Bay, and Chicago at Detroit. 6 o'clock Eastern time. 2nd and 1 from the 46. They hand off to Granger up the middle. And Eric Granger out to the 36-yard line. A gain of 10. That'll be a Bengal first down. The 3rd year back out of UCLA. Well, if the Bengals lose this game, then it's next man up. All the Ravens have to do is beat Miami tomorrow. And they would sneak in. 4 wide. Johnson in the shotgun. 1st and 10. Johnson back. Johnson looking. Throws near side. Caught on the sideline by Granger. Picks up 6 yards. It'll be 2nd and 4. And if the Ravens were to lose, they would have to wait till the Monday night game, the Broncos and the Rams. 5 wide, empty backfield. Johnson in the shotgun. 2nd and 4 from the 30-yard line. Johnson looking. Throws. Caught by Granger. Actually, I think he dropped it. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 4. He was well covered by Devontae Ross, the linebacker. It'll be 3rd and 4 from the 30-yard line. 4 wide for Cincinnati. Johnson in the shotgun. 3rd and 4. Johnson looking. Throws. Caught by the tight end, Nick Austin. Down to the 21. A gain of 9. First down, Cincinnati at the Eagle 21-yard line. As we're coming up on 2 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. Eagles up 3-0. .155 and counting. Johnson in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Johnson drops back, throws, and into a crowd, incomplete. He was looking for Isaac Curtis. It was broken up by Deshaun Moon, or Lawrence Moon, excuse me, the 8th-year defensive end out of Navy. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 21-yard line. Johnson in the shotgun. Johnson draws back. Johnson looking. Throws down the middle. Caught by Granger. A gain of 4. Make it a gain of 5 to the 17-yard line. Lawrence Moon again on the tackle. It'll be 3rd and 5. 1:32 left to play here in the first. 3rd and 5 for the Bengals at the Eagles' 17-yard line. 4 receivers set wide, 3 to the near side. Johnson in the shotgun. Johnson back, throws underneath, caught by Isaac Curtis, down to the 6. A gain of 11. 1st and goal, Cincinnati. Isaac Curtis, the 7th year, or not, actually not more than that. I was looking at the wrong one. In his 8th year out of Washington. There you go. 4 wide, 1st and goal from the 6. Johnson under center. Johnson looking. Throws underneath. Caught by Curtis again, down to the 4-yard line. A gain of 2. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 4. 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Everybody in tight on 2nd and goal. Johnson throws a fade to Curtis. Caught it. Out of the end zone. Incomplete. For a moment there, I thought he was in. They might want to review that. They said he was out of bounds. 3rd and goal from the 4. Davis is in the house. They're going to review this. I think Curtis was in. Let's watch his feet. They threw a fade. I think he got his feet in. Can't really tell there. Here's a better angle, I hope. He dragged the toe. That's a touchdown. They'll overturn that. That's going to be a Cincinnati touchdown. It's on the board. Touchdown, Bengals. Isaac Curtis in the back corner of the end zone. Great footwork. And the Bengals take a 6-3 lead. And now the extra point by Luke Jones. Kick is up. And it's good. And the Bengals lead it 7-3. Davis is with us. Davis, you're here late. You just missed the end of the Patriot game. The Patriots lost to the Texans 38-10. And it really wasn't that close. The Patriots' only touchdown came on defense. You just missed it. Bengals lead it 7-3, 24 seconds left. And the Patriots finish with a 5-11 record. Jones will kick off. From the 3-yard line on the return. This is Dean McKenzie out to the 22-yard line. First and 10 Eagles at their own 22, trailing 7-3. If the Bengals win, they're in the playoffs. They'd slide in with an 8-8 record, but they'd be in there. They'd make the playoffs for the 6th consecutive season. This time as a wild card, though. First and 10 from the 22-yard line, 4 wide. Powell in the shotgun. Lattimore in motion now, empty backfield. Powell drops back. Powell looking. Throws outside. And that's caught on the sideline by Jarvis Simmons. A gain of 9 out to the 31-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 1. Simmons in his 8th year out of Chattanooga. 16 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. On 2nd down, Powell to Lattimore. Picks up the 1st down. And Lattimore out to the 38. A gain of 7. And that's the end of the first quarter. Bengals up 7-3 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Lincoln Financial Field. We start the second quarter. First and 10 Eagles at their own 38. Powell in the shotgun. Hands off to Lattimore. Bouncing off a Bengal, and then he goes down at the 39. No gain. It'll be 2nd and 10. The Eagles have been eliminated already from playoff contention, but Cincinnati, they'll be a wild card in the AFC. They'll take up that last slot if they win this game. 5 wide, 1st and 10. Powell back. Powell throws, and it's caught by Stackhouse. Out to the 48-yard line. A gain of 9 for Jason Stackhouse, the fifth-year receiver out of Colgate. 1st and 10 Eagles at their own 48-yard line. Bengals up 7-3. 4 wide for Philadelphia. Powell in the shotgun. Powell draws back. Throws deep. And it's caught by Tommy Stewart. Down to the 39. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Philadelphia. Tommy Stewart, the 6th-year tight end out of Vanderbilt. 1st and 10 Eagles now at the Bengal 39. Powell in the shotgun. Hands off to Lattimore again, and Lattimore breaks through. He gets out to the 33-yard line. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3. 6.5 minutes left here in the first half. Bengals up 7-3. It's our 5th football game today. 4 wide, 3 to the far side. Powell in the shotgun. Powell looking. Powell steps up, runs into Lattimore. That slows him down, and he gets taken down at the 32-yard line. A gain of about half a yard. It'll be 3rd and 3 for the Eagles. 6 minutes left here in the half. Eagles come out. Powell under center on 3rd and 3. Powell to Lattimore up the middle, and Lattimore picks up the first down. Down to the 20-yard line, a gain of 12. Davis with his trademark wow. Well, not the first. The Cardinals have that. You'll have the second pick. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. 3 receivers to the near side. Powell in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Provost in motion. Powell draws back. Throws downfield. Caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jarvis Simmons in the back of the end zone. Great route, great catch. They might review that, but I think he got both feet in. And the Eagles take the lead now, 9-7. That was a 20-yard touchdown catch by Jarvis Simmons. Will there be a review? It was close. Nope, no review. Andy Bennett will come on for the extra point to put the Eagles back up by 3. The kick is up, and it's good. Eagles lead at 10-7, 5:14 left to play here in the first half. Live from Lincoln Financial Field, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Week 16 here at Jammin' Sports. The last of our evening triple header here today. We had an afternoon doubleheader. We wrapped up week 15, and then we started week 16 this evening with a triple header. There's the kickoff by Bennett. And on the return, Corey Tyler over the 25, 30, and Tyler out to the 32-yard line, the 5th-year receiver out of Florida. 1st and 10 Cincinnati from their own 32-yard line. Eagles up 10-7. A lot of Baltimore Raven fans are going, come on, Philadelphia. $5:10 left to play here in the first half. 3 receivers to the far side. Johnson in the shotgun. Johnson back. Johnson looking, throws deep, and it's caught. Kedrick Mosley all the way down to the 28-yard line. 40 yards to Kedrick Mosley. Mosley in his 9th year out of Eastern Washington. A 40-yard gain down to the Philadelphia 28-yard line. 5:04 left to play in the half. Clock is running. 3 receivers to the near side. Johnson in the shotgun. 1st and 10. Johnson looking. Johnson throws outside to Granger. And Eric Granger out to the 28-yard line. A gain of just a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9. Tracking him down, number 90, Dwayne Edwards, the 3rd-year defensive end out of Auburn. 2nd and 9 from the 28-yard line for Cincinnati. 4 wide for the Bengals. Johnson in the shotgun. Johnson looking. Throws. Caught. No, incomplete. Mosley couldn't hold on. It was broken up. Laying a hit was Don Reese, the defensive back. It'll be 3rd and 9 from the 28-yard line. 4:26 left in the half. 4 wide for the Bengals. Johnson in the shotgun. 3rd and 9. Johnson looking. Johnson. He's going to get sacked by Edwards. Back at the 34-yard line. A loss of 6 yards. It'll be 4th and 15. And now Cincinnati will try a 51-yard field goal attempt. Luke Jones will come on to try to tie the game up. This will be from 51. Snap, kick is up, and the kick is no good. He missed it to the right. He missed it wide right. It remains a 10-7 ball game in favor of Philadelphia. Watch all these teams lose and Buffalo sneaks in. That'd be something. .358 left here in the first half. Plenty of time for the Eagles to score again. They'll start at their own 41-yard line. 1st and 10. Up by 3. Eagles will be home for the playoffs. They're just finishing up the schedule, but they can be a spoiler here for the Bengals. Powell in the shotgun. Caden Powell takes the snap, looking, throws near side, caught by Lattimore out of the backfield, out to the 47-yard line. They cross midfield. A gain of 12 yards, 1st down Philadelphia. Down to the Bengal 47-yard line. 3:40 and counting. 4 wide for Philadelphia. Powell in the shotgun. Lattimore in motion. Powell back. Powell looking, throws down the middle, caught by Tommy Stewart. Down to the 32-yard line. A gain of 15. 1st down Philadelphia. Kevin Wilson, the linebacker, on the tackle, but it's another Eagle 1st down. Philadelphia on the move, trying to make it a 2-score game. 3 wide to the near side. Powell in the shotgun. 1st and 10. Down to 3 minutes left in the half. Lattimore around the outside. Big gain. Lattimore inside the 10. Got great blocking around the left side. Down to the 7-yard line. A gain of 25. And he got shaken up on the play. I'm getting it too. It looks good. I've already figured out what I'm going to do for my next college. I'm not going to use as many teams. Instead of 40, I'm going to use 32. It's not much of a step down, but 1st and goal from the 7-yard line. Powell in the shotgun. 1st and goal from the Bengal 7. Stewart in motion. Powell to Lattimore. No, he's going to take it himself. And he fumbles, and the Bengals come up with it. Caden Powell fumbled at the 5, and the Bengals pounce on it. Cedric Jordan picked up the loose football. Just when you thought Philadelphia might make it a 2-possession game, the ball was punched out of there by number 23 for the Bengals. Who is 23? That's Kim Phillips, the 3rd-year defensive back out of Duke. So Cincinnati will take over at their own 5-yard line with 2:51 left to play here in the first half. Now the Bengals with a chance to either tie it up or take the lead going into halftime. But they're going to have to go the distance. They're starting at their own 5. Johnson in the shotgun. Johnson to Granger, and Granger will lose about half a yard. On the tackle, number 79, Clayton Jackson, in his 4th year out of BYU. It'll be 2nd and 11 for the Bengals. 2:35 and counting here in the first half. Johnson in the shotgun. Johnson from his end zone throws, coming across, threw it behind Tyler. Tyler made a nice adjustment, caught the football. Good for 7 yards. It'll be 3rd and 4. He had to reach back. I think it comes out July 7th, if I'm not mistaken, right, Davis? 4 wide on 3rd and 4. Johnson in the shotgun. And that's the 2-minute warning. Lincoln Financial Field, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Week 16 here at Jammin' Sports. On 3rd and 4 from the 11. Johnson in the shotgun. 4 wide. Johnson back. Throws down the middle. Caught by Granger. And Eric Granger out to the 28-yard line. A gain of 17. First down, Cincinnati. Making the tackle, number 34, Cedric Joseph, the safety. See if the Bengals go to the hurry up here. They do. From the 28-yard line, 4 wide, Johnson back. Johnson looking, throws, dumps it off. Granger again. Makes a nice move. Granger all the way out to the 40. A gain of 12. And now the Bengals take a timeout with 1:26 left. I like how Madden 25 will show the city in the distance. I think that's cool. 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. The Bengals have 2 timeouts left. Trying to either tie it up or take the lead before halftime. From their own 40-yard line, 1st and 10. Johnson back. Throws underneath. Caught by Isaac Curtis. 3 yards out to the 44. They got to do better than that. It'll be 2nd and 7. Eli Hicks on the tackle. 1:10 and counting. Bengals come out 4 wide. Johnson in the shotgun. Johnson looking. Johnson, they pick up the blitz, but they still get him. Back at the 32-yard line. A loss of 11 yards on the sack. Jacoby Byrd, the 6th-year linebacker out of Louisiana Lafayette, on the sack for Philadelphia. Be 3rd and 18. The Bengals took a timeout. 57 seconds left. It'll be 3rd and 18 from their own 32-yard line. Eagles up 10-7. 4 wide. Johnson in the shotgun. In motion, but they hand off to Granger. Why do they hand off? If you're going to take a timeout, why run that play? That makes no sense. And Philadelphia takes a timeout. Why take a timeout if you're going to do a give-up play? Jordan Finch will come on to punt for the Bengals. They get nothing following the interception. And Finch will get the punt away. Fielded at the 19-yard line. Bringing it back for Philadelphia will be Reese. Don Reese. Marcus Lattimore already over 100 yards rushing today. He's having himself a day. 46 seconds left to play here in the first half. Eagles up 10-7. They have 2 timeouts. They'll start from their own 27. Let's see if they can get to field goal range. 4 wide for Philadelphia. Powell in the shotgun. Lattimore in motion. Powell draws back. Powell looking. Throws downfield. And Tommy Stewart, even on the second bounce, couldn't get it. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 27-yard line. 40 seconds left. Five wide for Philadelphia. Powell in the shotgun. Powell looking. Powell throws underneath. Caught by John Provost. 9 yards out to the 36-yard line. And the Eagles take a timeout with 31 seconds left. It'll be 3rd and 1. Lincoln Financial Field, the baseball stadium where the Phillies play, is right next door. They share the same parking lot. Third and 1 for the Eagles at their own 36. Powell in the shotgun. They lead at 10-7. Powell draws back. Throws downfield. Caught by Stewart out to the 47-yard line. A gain of 11. That'll be a first down. And the Eagles take their final timeout with 21 seconds left. Getting a lot of sweeping vista shots of the stadium there. Philadelphia will have it at their own 47-yard line, 1st and 10. They're out of timeouts, though. They lead at 10-7 on the Bengals. Eagles come out 5 wide, 4 to one side. Powell in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Powell drops back. He's going to throw it deep, going downfield, and it's incomplete. Broken up by Trayon Taylor, the 5th-year safety out of Connecticut. That'll stop the clock with 15 seconds left. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 47-yard line. Eagles now with 3 receivers to the far side. 2nd and 10. Powell throws outside, throws it away. Incomplete. 11 seconds left. It'll be 3rd and 10 for the 47. Why not go deep again? There's only 11 seconds left. 3rd and 10 from their own 47-yard line. Powell in the shotgun. Powell draws back. Looking, steps up, rolls out, and throws it away. Incomplete. 4 seconds left. It'll be 4th and 10. I would just throw a Hail Mary here with 4 seconds left. I know it's 4th down, but they're going to punt. Andrew York comes on to punt. This will probably take us into halftime. Gets the punt away. And it's out of bounds at the 10. Halftime. Your halftime score, Philadelphia 10, Cincinnati 7, here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Lincoln Financial Field, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We go to the second half. Eagles lead the Bengals 10-7. Philadelphia will get the second half kickoff. It'll be fielded at the 3-yard line, bringing it back for the Eagles, number 83. That's Dean McKenzie out to the 33-yard line. Once again, if Cincinnati wins this game, they're in the playoffs. If they lose, they're eliminated. It's that simple. It's win and you're in, lose and you're out. 1st and 10 for the Eagles now from their own 33. The Eagles have already been eliminated from the playoffs. Powell in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Provost in motion. They hand off to Lattimore. And Lattimore brings it out to the 38-yard line. A gain of 4, be 2nd and 6. Nathan Langford on the tackle. The 10th-year defensive end out of LSU. 2nd and 6 from the 38. We'll have a triple header tomorrow, 6 o'clock Eastern, 3 Pacific. On 2nd and 6. Powell looking, throws, and it's caught. Making the catch Terrence Ferguson, the rookie tight end out of Oregon, out to the 43-yard line. That'll be enough for the first down. Coming up on 7 minutes left in the third quarter. 1st and 10 from their own 43, 4 wide. Powell in the gun. Empty backfield now. Powell looking. Throws downfield, and it's caught by Jason Stackhouse down to the 38-yard line. 19 yards for Stackhouse in his 5th year out of Colgate. And that'll be another Philadelphia first down. .640 left in the third quarter. Eagles are driving. 4 wide, 1st and 10 from the Bengal 38-yard line. Powell in the shotgun. Provost in motion. Powell looking. Powell throws downfield. Caught by Tommy Stewart down to the 11-yard line. A gain of 27 to Stewart. The big tight end making some big catches on this drive. 1st and 10 from the Bengal 11-yard line. 6:22 left to play. No, you got second pick. 1st and 10 from the 11. Powell in the shotgun. Powell going to take it himself. And Powell down to the 1. A gain of 10 yards. It'll be 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. You have second pick because you beat Arizona earlier in the year. Had you let Arizona beat you, then you would have had first pick. 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Powell in the shotgun. Provost in motion. The handoff to Provost. He's in for the touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown run by John Provost. In his 9th year out of Syracuse. And the Eagles go up 16-7. They're up by 9. They made it a 2-score game. Andy Bennett will come on for the extra point. Bennett for the PAT. Snap, kick is up. And the kick is good. Eagles lead it 17-7. 5:44 left to play here in the third quarter. Live from Lincoln Financial Field, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Week 16 here at Jammin' Sports. Triple header tomorrow, 6 Eastern time. It'll be the Dolphins and the Ravens. We'll kick it off. And that'll be followed by Green Bay at Tampa Bay. And that'll be followed by Chicago at Detroit. There's the kick. From the 5-yard line, bringing it back is Corey Tyler out to the 30-yard line. And that's where the Bengals will have it, 1st and 10. All those games tomorrow have somewhat of a playoff implication to them. Bengals have it now down by 10. If the Bengals lose, they are out of the playoffs. If they win, they're in. It's that simple. 1st and 10 from the 30, 4 wide. Powell in the shotgun. Powell draws back. Throws downfield. Caught. And that's the tight end. Number 86, Nick Austin, the 10th year tight end out of Texas, out to the 47-yard line. A gain of 17, 1st down Bengals. 5:18 and counting. 3 receivers to the far side. Johnson in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Johnson hands off. Nope. Looking. Throws deep. Jump ball caught by Tyler down to the 7-yard line. I'm figuring up the yardage. Let's see. They're at their own. It's a 50. Well, let's see. 46-yard gain down to the 7-yard line. 1st and goal, Bengals now. 5 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Bengals a chance to make it a 1-possession game as Corey Tyler makes a great catch. 5th-year receiver out of Florida. Bengals come out 4 wide. Johnson under center. First and goal from the 7-yard line. They hand off to Granger. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 7-yard touchdown run by Eric Granger, the third-year back out of UCLA. And just like that, the Bengals have made it a one-possession game. The Bengals know there's no tomorrow. It's win and you're in, lose and you're home for the playoffs. Might as well book that trip to Cancun, right? And now the extra point by Luke Jones to make it a 3-point game. Snap, kick is up, and it's good. Eagles lead it now 17-14. 4:40 left to play here in the third quarter. Live from Lincoln Financial Field, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Week 16 here at Jammin' Sports. It's been a long day. This is our 5th football game. We also did 4 hockey games today. All the games have been posted to YouTube so far. This one will when it's over. And now Luke Jones will kick off. From the 6-yard line on the return is Don Reese over the 25. And Reese gets taken down at the 29-yard line. And that's where Philadelphia will take over, 1st and 10. 4:36 left to play. Caden Powell, some highlights. That was the touchdown in the corner to Jarvis Simmons. And that was the touchdown to Provost. Madden is mad right now. He's in his grave. I don't know how he can be mad right now. 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. 4:36 left to play. We're in the third quarter. Eagles holding on to a 3-point game, or a 3-point lead. Yeah, the college game outshined them and outsold them. Powell, 1st and 10, out to Tommy Stewart, out to the 37-yard line, a gain of 8. He's 2nd and 2. Actually, EA is actually quite pleased that their college game did well. That could have been a disaster, but they hit it out of the park with the college game. And 25 was actually a better game than 24. I think that college game helped them. Powell on 2nd and 2 gets it outside to Terrence Ferguson, out to the 44-yard line, a gain of 7. First down, Eagles. 3:50 and counting. Powell in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Powell draws back, throws underneath, caught by Stackhouse. And Jason Stackhouse out to the 48-yard line, a gain of 7. As they cross midfield in the Bengal territory. It'll be 2nd and 3. 3.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Eagles up by 3. The Bengals are looking to get a stop. On 2nd down, 4 wide for the Eagles. Powell in the shotgun. Powell to Lattimore. And Lattimore picks up the first down out to the 44-yard line. A gain of 4, 1st down, Philadelphia. Well, you kind of knew that the college game was going to sell. It had been gone for 11 years. 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Powell to Lattimore. And Lattimore to the 40-yard line. A gain of 4, be 2nd and 6. Well, we've said for a long time that Madden needed competition. And they finally got it with their college game. It came in-house. It was unsuspected. In the offset eye, 2nd and 6. Powell looking. Throws near side. Caught by Stackhouse down to the 31-yard line. A gain of 9. And that'll be another Philadelphia first down. 2:26 left to play here in the third quarter. Eagles on the move. Up by 3. 3 wide to the far 3 wide to the far side. Powell in the shotgun, 1st and 10. I've done too many games today. Powell underneath, caught by Stewart, breaks a tackle, It gets down to the 24-yard line. Jess Jr. in the house. No, it's CPU versus CPU, Jess. We do simulated seasons here. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3 from the 24-yard line. But good to see you, Jess. On 2nd and 3, Powell in the shotgun. Provost in motion. Powell looking. Throws deep. Caught. Touchdown. Tommy Stewart. A 24-yard touchdown catch. And the Eagles make it a 2-possession game again. No, I don't use user franchises here. It's CPU versus CPU. And we don't use franchise modes because we're only using 28 of the 32 teams. We're not using all 32 teams in our season. Eagles up by 9 with 1:42 left in the third quarter. Andy Bennett will come on for the extra point. These are custom rosters and everything. Kick is up and good. And the Eagles up by 10, 24-14. Nice drive by Philadelphia. 1:42 left in the third quarter. Yeah, Bengals are cooked. Actually, Jess Jr.'s been here before. I just realized that because you're a moderator. I need to slap myself for not recognizing that right away. I've done a lot of games today. I'm tired. And now the kickoff. Good to see you, Jess. Good to see you. From the 5-yard line, Corey Tyler over the 20. And Tyler out to the 24-yard line. Now the Bengals, like I said before, if they win, they're in as a wild card. If they lose, they're out. And they have to overcome a 10-point deficit. 1:39 left. If the Bengals lose, that opens the door up for the Ravens, who play our first game tomorrow against Miami. First and 10. Johnson in the shotgun. The rookie quarterback out of North Carolina. Hands off to Eric Granger. And Granger down to the 31-yard line. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3. 1:27 and counting. Eagles up by 10. The Eagles have been eliminated already, but they're playing well for their final game of the season. On 2nd and 3, Johnson in the shotgun. 5 wide. Johnson back. Johnson. He got pressured and throws it away. Incomplete. The Steelers have won the AFC Central. They're locked in as the number 3 seed. They only have an 8-7 record, though. That shows you what the rest of the division is like. Really bad. 3rd and 3 from the 31-yard line. Johnson in the shotgun. Big third down for the Bengals. Johnson looking. Throws. Caught by Granger. Out to the 40-yard line. And ironically, if the Bengals were to win this game, come back and win, and be the final wild card, they would play at Pittsburgh, in the wild card round. Bengals get the first down. 4 wide for the Bengals. Johnson in the shotgun. 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line. Johnson back. Throws. Caught. Kedrick Mosley on the catch. A gain of 7 out to the 47-yard line. We're down to 30 seconds left. Here in the third quarter, Eagles up 24-14. This might be the last play of the third quarter. 5 wide, empty backfield. Johnson in the shotgun. Mosley in motion. Johnson back. Throws. And it's incomplete. Looking for Isaac Curtis. Broken up by Eli Hicks. Yes, I did NCAA last fall. We won't be doing it again until the new game comes out. But yeah, Ohio State won the sim season. Just like in real life. 3rd and 3. Last play of the quarter in all likelihood. Austin in motion. Johnson looking, throws down the middle. Caught by Mosley out to the 48. First down, Bengals. That's the end of the third quarter. Eagles up 24-14 here at Javits Sports. Welcome back to Lincoln Financial Field, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We go to the fourth quarter. Eagles up 24-14. First and 10 for the Bengals at the Philadelphia 48. Johnson draws back. Dumps it off to Isaac Curtis down the sideline. And Curtis to the 37-yard line, a gain of 11. Devontae Ross on the tackle. First down, Bengals. Cincinnati really needs to get a score on this drive, preferably a touchdown to get back in this game. Bengals come out. Johnson in the shotgun, first and 10. Johnson draws back, throws underneath, caught by Nick Austin, the tight end, down to the 30-yard line, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3. $7:15 and counting. Bengals down by 10, trying to get back in the game. 4 wide on 2nd and 3. Johnson in the gun. Johnson fakes the handoff. Johnson throws outside. Caught by Austin out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 5. And that'll be a Bengal first down. Clock is moving. 6:51 and counting. First and 10 from the Eagle 25. 4 wide. Johnson in the shotgun. Johnson back. Johnson looking. Throws deep. And it's knocked down. Incomplete. Broken up. Brian Justice, the fourth-year defensive back out of Air Force, knocks it down. I'm looking forward to the new game. I like what I see so far. That'll be out in the middle of August, I believe. 2nd and 10 from the 25-yard line. 5 wide. Johnson in the shotgun. Mosley in motion. Johnson looking. Throws. And it's incomplete. Tried to get it out to Nick Austin. He was well covered by Eli Hicks. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 10 for the Bengals at the Philadelphia 25. Five wide. Empty backfield. Johnson in the shotgun. Johnson back. Throws down the middle. Caught by Corey Tyler down to the 13. A gain of 12. First down, Bengals. This drive is taking a lot of time, though. 6:16 and counting. Bengals got to score twice. They really need to score here in the next play or two. First and 10 from the Eagle 13-yard line. Johnson in the shotgun. Sweet. Granger inside, and Granger down to the 11. A gain of 2, be 2nd and 8. I have a PS5, is what this game is on. 5:45 and counting. 2nd and 8 from the 11-yard line. Bengals come out. Johnson in the shotgun. Johnson draws back. Throws underneath, and it's dropped by Nick Austin. Incomplete. That'll stop the clock with 5:33 left. It'll be 3rd and 8 from the Eagle 11-yard line. Cooked at 2 and 4. 3rd and 8 from the 11-yard line. Johnson in the shotgun. Granger in motion. Johnson looking. Throws underneath, and it's dropped by Eric Granger. It'll be 4th down. Well, the Bengals need a field goal along the way anyway. So go ahead and get the field goal now and make it a one-possession game. Luke Jones will come on from 28 yards to make it a 7-point game. Snap, kick is up, and it's good. Eagles lead is now 24-17. .5:27 left to play here at Lincoln Financial Field, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Week 16 here at Jammin' Sports, the final week of the regular season. Now the Bengal defense has to get a stop. Again, if the Bengals win, they're in the playoffs. If they lose, they're out. There's the kick from the 6-yard line. On the return, Don Reese over the 25, and Reese out to the 31-yard line for Philadelphia. And now Caden Powell will come back out. He's had a big day, 3 touchdown passes. 19 of 23, that's a very good day. Can the Eagles hold on, or can the Bengals get a stop? Love those Eagles uniforms. You gotta love them. 1st and 10, 4 wide. Powell in the shotgun. And now Lattimore goes out as a receiver. Empty backfield now. Powell looking, throws, and Lattimore can't hold on. I think that was broken up by Mario Smith, the safety. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 31-yard line. 5:20 left. That stops the clock. That helps Cincinnati. 5 wide for the Eagles. Empty backfield again. Powell in the shotgun. 2nd and 10. Powell back. Powell looking, throws, and it's incomplete. He threw it at the feet of Lattimore. That'll stop the clock again with 5:16 left. It'll be 3rd and 10 from the 31-yard line. Third and 10. 4 wide, single back. Powell in the shotgun. Powell looking. Powell throws. Caught by Tommy Stewart, but he only gains 3 yards. Making the tackle was number 23. That's Kim Phillips. Nice tackle by him. It'll be 4th and 7. 5 minutes and counting. The Bengals will get the ball back. Andrew York will punt. And the Bengals still have a lot of time to work with. York gets the punt away. From the 21 or the 22-yard line, they fair catch it. Drew Patton on the fair catch. 1st and 10, Bengals. They'll start from their own 22-yard line. 4:46 left. They need a touchdown to tie the game up. Possibly force overtime. Everybody in tight on 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line. Johnson to Granger. And Granger out to the 29-yard line, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3. Trying to keep the Eagle defense honest by running the ball up the middle. 2nd and 3 from the 29-yard line. Johnson in the shotgun. Johnson to Granger again. This time Granger gets taken down for a loss of 3 yards. Back to the 26-yard line. Dwayne Edwards on the sack, or on the tackle. As we're down to 4 minutes left. 3rd and 6 for the Bengals at their own 26-yard line. 5 receivers wide. Johnson in the shotgun. Now they shift. He's still going to be 5 receivers wide. Johnson back. Johnson looking. Rolls out. Throws deep. Incomplete. He overthrew his receiver. He was looking for Corey Tyler. Let's see if the Bengals go for it with 3:45 left. Or if they punt. They're going to punt and trust their defense. Jordan Finch back to punt. Gets the punt away. From the 29-yard line on the return, Don Reese out to the 37. And that's where Philadelphia will take over, 1st and 10. Still up 24-17. Marcus Lattimore comes out. over 128 yards rushing on the day. 3:37 left. Eagles up by 7. They have it 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line. The Bengals defense has to get a stop, or their season will be over. Powell in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Hands off to Lattimore, and Lattimore gets outside down the sideline. Marcus Lattimore out to the 36-yard line. 27 yards to Marcus Lattimore down to the Cincinnati 36-yard line. He's had a huge day. He's like around 140 yards rushing now. That was huge. 3:15 and counting. Now we're down to 3 minutes. 1st and 10 from the Bengal 36. Winding it down as far as they can go. Lattimore goes out as a receiver, and they'll get the delay of game. They waited too long. 5-yard penalty on the Eagles. That'll back it up. It'll be 1st and 15.
Still first down.
Back at the 41-yard line, 4 wide. Powell in the shotgun, 2:50 left. Powell looking. Throws downfield, and it's caught on the sideline by Tommy Stewart down to the 22-yard line. 19 yards. You're going to turn this season around? Yep, go on a winning streak. Win your last 6 in a row. 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line, 5 wide. Powell in the shotgun. Powell back. Throws outside, caught by Stackhouse out to the 17-yard line. A gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. They run him out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with 2:41 left. Eagles trying to put this one away. 2nd and 4 from the 17-yard line. Powell in the shotgun. Powell draws back. Powell rolls out and gets taken down back at the 23-yard line. A loss of 6. Cedric Jordan on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd and 10 back at the 23-yard line. 2:33 left. Even a field goal makes it a 2-score game. What the Bengals need is a turnover. 2:20 and counting. Now we're down to 2:05. 2-minute warning coming up. And there it is. 2 minutes left to play here at Lincoln Financial Field. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Week 16 here at Jammin' Sports. 3rd and 10 from the 23-yard line. Powell in the shotgun. Powell to Lattimore. And Lattimore, no gain. It'll be 4th down. This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt by Andy Bennett to put the Eagles up by 10 and probably put this game away. The Bengals have their shot, and they're not going to get it. And now the next man up is the Ravens. All they have to do tomorrow is beat Miami, and they're in. From 40 yards, the kick is up, and it's good. And the Eagles lead at 27-17. TGM's not going to be happy about this. Bengals had a shot and they blew it. These one-game losing streaks are killing me. Yep. You're 44 games up. You'll be back to 43 after this. But there's 3 games tomorrow. Starting at 6 o'clock Eastern time. There's the kickoff. From the 2-yard line on the return, Corey Tyler. And Tyler brings it out to the 25-yard line. 1:49 left to play. And the Bengals are down by 2 scores. They have to score, and they have to score quickly. The Steelers play later this week. Probably Monday. Let me look at the schedule. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Let me project when they might play. Yeah, definitely Monday. As the quarterback there, Johnson, runs for 4 yards out to the 28-yard line. Yeah, Monday actually no, it'd be Tuesday. We'll have 3 games tomorrow. We'll have 3 games Monday. And then Dallas at Pittsburgh will be the first game Tuesday. 2nd and 6. Johnson looking. Throws. Incomplete. That is if all goes according to plan, and it should. It'll be 3rd and 6 from the 28-yard line. 1:22 left. 4 wide for the Bengals, down by 10. Johnson in the shotgun. Johnson looking. Throws. Caught. Granger out to the 39. A gain of 11. And the Bengals take a timeout. They have 1 left here at Lincoln Financial Field. The Eagles are already out of the playoffs. They'll finish the regular season 8-8. The Bengals are going to drop to 7-9. First and 10 from the 39-yard line. Johnson throws down the middle and is caught by Curtis. A gain of 8 out to the 47-yard line. The Bengals, they've got to throw it downfield. Well, cool. Bengals are wasting a lot of time with this dink and dunk. They got to throw it downfield. 4 wide on 2nd and 2. Johnson back. Throws deep. Caught by Nick Austin down to the 39-yard line. A gain of 14 yards. 40 seconds left. The Bengals are just running out of time. The Bengals will be eliminated from playoff contention. And now the Ravens have a shot. 1st and 10. Johnson throws. Caught by Kedrick Mosley. Out to the 34-yard line. A gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. And the Bengals take their final timeout with 24 seconds left. Got to hand it to Philadelphia. They played a good game here. 4 wide for the Bengals. Johnson in the shotgun. 2nd and 5. Johnson back. Johnson throws deep downfield. Incomplete. He overthrew Kedrick Mosley. And that'll bring up 3rd and 5. 19 seconds left. Well, the Bills lost. Opened the door for the Bengals. And now the Bengals lose. And it opens the door for the Ravens. 3rd and 5 from the 34-yard line. Johnson back to throw. Johnson looking. And now Johnson rolls out. Chucks it downfield. It's caught for the touchdown. Isaac Curtis. A 34-yard touchdown catch. It's going to be too little, too late for the Bengals. That'll make it 27-23. And now the extra point. The Bengals have to get the onside kick here. It's their only shot. Luke Jones will come on for the extra point. Snap, kick is up. It's good. 27-24, Eagles up. Now the Bengals have to get the onside. It's their only shot. They're out of timeouts. If they don't recover this, Philadelphia, 1 play, and they'll end the game. We'll be on tomorrow night, 6 o'clock Eastern, 5 Central, 4 Mountain, 3 Pacific. We'll have a triple header for you tomorrow. And now Luke Jones, the onside kick attempt. And it's fielded. Oh, it drops, and the Bengals pick it up. The Eagles muffed it. Everett McGill muffed it. And the Bengals pick it up at the 42-yard line. They have 1 more shot. They have no timeouts. They have to throw it downfield and get out of bounds and kick a field goal or take a shot at the end zone. Here we go, 1st and 10. Johnson looking. Throws outside. Caught by Austin, gets out of bounds to get a little bit closer. A gain of 7. Now there's 6 seconds left. Well, now you just have to a wing and a prayer here. They'll line up for the Hail Mary. 3 receivers to the near side. Johnson in the shotgun. This could be the last play of the game. Johnson back. Looking. Throws it deep into a crowd. Time runs out. Bounces around. Incomplete. And the Eagles hold on. Your final score, Philadelphia 27, Cincinnati 24. Thanks for watching here at Jammin' Sports. We'll see you tomorrow night, 6 o'clock Eastern. Good night, everybody.